Now, the nature of the filming is so immediate that you have to arrive on the set knowing your lines without rehearsal, and you're just working out on the way to filming.
So, what was it like? We'd ask you what it was like to take on the role originally. What was it like reprising the role when you've done like the big finish kind of stuff, and also, of course, when you did the Time Crash. Yeah. What was it like to reprise the role then?
Well, I've never, because I was able to move on after Doctor Who, I never felt the need to distance myself from it. So when the opportunity came up to do something connected with Doctor Who, I was always very happy to do it. And you're right, the first, I guess, was Big Finish that arrived first, which have been fantastic. Apart from the first story, which I never understood, with Colin Sylvester and myself. If anyone here, any of you big Doctor Who fans can explain the Signs of Time, I would appreciate it, because I never understood it. But they've all, since then, they've got their act together, and I think they've been very, very good. And I did Time Crash in 2007, which was for the Children Need charity. And then we made the Five-ish Doctors reboot.
Yay!
50th anniversary.
I saw that. Yeah, I thought that was tremendous.
Yeah, that was fun. So
good sense of fun and a sense of dynamic.
and a better cast actually than the 50th anniversary special.
I think that's very true. Yeah.
Oh, I was just awesome.
I'd go along with that comment. Yeah, I thought it was done with a good sense of fun, and it also kind of showed what good off-screen dynamics I think there between the people. I think everyone sort of was happy they were happy to make fun of themselves, which I think which we could really enjoy, and certainly was very fan-pleasing. I thoroughly enjoyed that. So when you reprised the role, would you? This is a really difficult question, but in terms of the characterisation, would you treat it as if the character had been an aspect, or would you treat it as if the character had also? Because it's the kind of Doctor Who universe is kind of expanding exponentially, isn't it?
It is, but the Big Finish stories particularly, they vary between completely new stories and stories that are actually slotted in between stories that we did in the seasons. So quite a few of the stories we've done have been, exactly between one story or another in one of my seasons. So you're meant to be exactly as you were when you did it. So I haven't really given much thought to that. When we came back to do it, I just played the Doctor as I remembered it. Obviously it changes, it has changed a bit because I'm older and that is different. But I've never tried to be younger.
No.
Because it's radio, you don't have to do that. It's great.
Yeah.
Enjoy listening to you very much. I had another question. When Tom Baker took over the role, in the very first episode that he took over, which was Robot, there appeared to be some slight in-jokes where they were possibly making a bit of fun of the previous actor who used to play Doctor Who. Because he talks about the fact that his nose is slightly smaller, which is something that John Pertwee had a kind of, I know he had he's had a concern about the way he was presented on the front of the books.
Well, I think there's always various comments about what your predecessor has been like. I mean, I undid Tom Baker's scarf. That was my which I'm sure caused pain to a lot of Doctor Who Tom Baker fans. And I also put in little references to William Hartnell, the way I played the character, and Patrick Troughton and John Pertwee. So it's fun to do that. It's just part of it. We're not really having a go at anyone. It's just It's just part of that.
Yeah, it's cool.
Doctor Who family.
So they've been showing all of the classic series of Doctor Who, haven't they, on a streaming site? They've shown all of the original classics.
I never know where it's on actually. They're about to start up BritBox, I think, over here.
Yeah.
I read, which in America shows all the old Doctor Who stories.
How fantastic would it to be able to see all of the Doctor Who, all the classic series on a streaming service? I think we'd all thoroughly enjoy that, wouldn't we? Although we might find it difficult to actually go to work or send our children to school or do all those things that regular members of the...
You keep your children home from school and make them watch the classic series.
Yes.
It's interesting actually
Classics
because
must.
daughter Sarah, she writes zines, and actually she's beginning to have a little bit of success at that. And I'm afraid that she's one of my older children who I did make watch the classic series
Brainwashed
throughout the 90s, and actually not only did they enjoy it, but it's actually had a massive impact on kind of countercultural where they are, and their enjoyment of science fiction and things like that. So both of you have been a big part of that, and I think I like the fact that you had to make a commitment to the original series, because this is before you could actually record stuff, and so you had the kind of I'm trying to think what you call it when you get to the series and you're suddenly in peril, and then you have to kind of find out what happens next. And I was wondering whether, Karen, do you watch the models? Do you watch the new Doctor Who, or not? Or are you too busy?
I've watched I watched the first couple of episodes, but then my Saturdays, a lot of times I'm out singing or taking my kids to things, so I actually don't get to see a lot of TV really. It's very unsociable being a performer, actor, singer, isn't it? Sometimes you don't get to see, when everybody else is having fun at Christmas, you're working. So
I've missed quite a lot of 50th birthdays and things like that, stuff like that. Yeah. Because people want to get married when you're working, which is not always convenient, is it? But, So I was going to ask you, because it's been streamed, because the entire series has been streamed, but so I was just wondering whether you guys have got feedback from having it all been shown, because obviously that's still an entirely new audience if it's been streamed all around the world, but if you're not always aware whether it's being streamed, that might be a bit of a silly question.
Well, you're aware, I'm aware now that there will be younger fans who will come up and know who the hell I am, which is always quite comforting really, even though I look slightly different. So they do. There's definitely a new audience out there, which you notice, as I say, especially in America, where it's now available online. And,
that's fantastic.
And of course, a lot of people here, adults have the DVDs or the VHSs, and they very kindly do make their children sit down and watch it. So I've had quite a few this morning coming up and go, oh yeah, you're the fifth Doctor. So it's great. No, I'm very excited with it.
I find that as a musician, that increasingly I get people coming up and saying that their grandmother or their grandfather was a fan of the band that I was in, which it's actually, I think it's very complimentary. I think it's fantastic. Something I think that we all have in common is. In a much smaller way than what I do.
Yeah.
We've all been associated with something that people have fantastic affection for, which is still remembered now, which maybe, I actually think probably with both of you guys.
Well, I met a girl this morning who's effectively her grandmother was a big fan of mine. I've not had a great grandmother yet.
I'm always amazed how it's not just in England. I'm sure you get the same letters asking for autographs, and they get sent. You get them at home, and they, Germany, Australia, America, and it still amazes me that it goes that far. There's something I know I did back in the late 80s. It's a long time ago. And I was speaking to someone this morning, they said, no, I wasn't born, that was when I did it, they were born 10 years after, and you just think, oh, you're so old.
I've got to ask you a question. Was it, because sadly you reached a demise in your episode that you're in as son. Was it painful actually when you actually met your demise? Was it painful?
It was. I watched them filming this little skeleton, and it was smoking. They were putting fog and smoke on it. And actually I was like, oh no, that's me. But they just made me, I had to run across. It was filmed in Frome down in Somerset. And it was in a quarry, and it was like April time, so it was quite cold. And I ran across the whole of that quarry. It was a long way. I was a dancer, not a runner. And at the end of it, they went, go back and do it. We've got rain in the can, and I had to go back and do the whole thing again. And then to get the effects, because the visual effects, they were the best, weren't they? The BBC were the best at the time. But it wasn't very, there was a mattress I'm letting the secret out now. There was double mattresses and there was a tripwire. And I literally had to stand to do the tripwire, then they stopped the filming. Then I sort of fell over, and then I had to stand going, and then they put the plastic bubble around it, and then they put the little skeleton with the steam. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think we should have a round of applause for the description of that.